Men of Reddit, what is something women hate about their bodies that you actually love? Story 1. A bit longer than others, but I have a full story to tell which might help someone. A few years ago, my lady got a breast cancer. We live in a country with high-level medical facilities, and the doctor told us at the very first meeting that we were here to heal. No reason to think otherwise, but her cancer is genetic. It means if she kept her breasts, her risk of having a new cancer would be very high. So it's clear for both of us. She got a mastectomy. She now has no breast anymore. She just has 2 big scars on the chest. On her side, she fucking hates her body. She is scared as hell to wear anything that could reveal her scars. She also got some weight during the treatment, and she is pissed at that too. But I fucking love her. I choose to love with this woman, and it does not matter if she had lost her breasts, her legs, or her face. I will still love her. I will freaking love those scars until my dying breath, because to me, it means she survived. Edit. A few mistakes I saw while I read myself again. I'm not a native speaker. Story 2. Everything that has to do with getting older. When my wife and I got married, we were obviously younger and in our 20s. Although never thin, I was more slender. My wife 5'9" and legs for days and just banging body. Now, I'm not as thin, same as her. We have 2 kids, and I find her sexier now more than ever. In our almost decade together, we have slept on a floor, used change for gas, and had our electricity turned off 3 to 4 times for non-payment. She's my ride or die. She has more of a tummy now, bigger boobs, maybe doesn't shave like she used to or wear skimpy, lingerie outfits randomly. But I wouldn't trade it for the world. We have grown older together, and I honestly couldn't find anything in this world that still turns me on as the certain way my wife runs her fingers down my back or how she looks naked. And it's because she's mine, not in a possessive, sexist way, but in, I'm the luckiest guy in the world that this beautiful human wants to spend the rest of their life with me and have fun with me. Hopefully, this isn't too long-winded. Long story short, girls spend tons of time worrying about getting older. Age isn't always a detractor. Story 3. Maybe a little too clinical or intimate for this thread, but I really appreciate unique labia, and I find it absolutely heartbreaking that there is so much widespread insecurity about this, that there are cosmetic surgeries to fix imperfect labia. Past girlfriends and flings who had more prominent or unconventional labia were dreadfully insecure about it, and some went as far as to be absolutely astounded that I'd compliment them during /after sex, because a past partner hated it or was very cruel and callous about it. Absolutely gorgeous, one of the most pernicious and evil beauty standards out there. As long as hygiene is well accounted for, there's no such thing as a labia and vulva that are better or worse than any others. It's not ever crossed my mind to compare or critique what's down there, and I always speak out about this when my friends say some stupid or insensitive shit. Story 4. I was always very insecure about my hip dips until my boyfriend told me he loved them. I was standing in front of him one day, and he just said, "I love the way your hips go in a little there. It makes your butt so cute. It's my favorite." And I was shocked, honestly. I used to spend hours watching videos about how to exercise them away, creams that would fill them in, and other ridiculous horseshit that would never work. He somehow found every insecurity I have and told me how attractive it is before he ever even knew I was insecure. Story 5. Probably a lot of stuff, but something in particular is like minor imperfections, or whatever you would call them. A woman I used to work with had a thing where it was like her teeth didn't quite line up like normal. I think maybe a mild crossbite, and I found it weirdly attractive. Story 6. When I was in college, 2 different girls reacted badly when I tried to compliment them on how pretty their freckles were. They both told me they hated them. I'll never understand it. If you have freckles, you've won the pretty face lottery, in my opinion. Story 7. Gray hair. Not only is hair just starting to turn gray attractive, but I like more and more gray as I get older. Bonus for the thick streaks of gray, laugh lines and wrinkles around the face, cellulite and stretch marks. Basically anything natural. Story 8. My wife is 5 feet 0 and 100 pounds. Small, petite woman, yet she's given me 3 children I love so very much. She's always so damn hard on herself that it pains me to see. My ass is too big. I need a boob job. I hate my chin. My nose is janky. When I try to tell her that's all bullshit, she waves it off. You're my husband. You're supposed to say that. You look at me with rose-colored glasses. That's all some bullshit. To me, she's all I want and all I've ever wanted. Just the sight of her is enough to send me into a mouth-watering frenzy. I've wanted her the same, if not more, ever since high school. Just her. Only her. Guys I work with talk among themselves, wondering how an idiot like me got with a baddie like my wife. So I know I'm not the only one who sees it. But yeah, to be particular, my wife and everything about her. She's perfection and all that I truly want. Just wish she could see what I see and feel what I feel. When it comes to her, she really doesn't realize that she's Helen of Troy to me. Story 9. My girlfriend was born with imperforate anus. She has a very large scar across her stomach from when she had a colostomy as a baby. She has also had a liposuction from that, and some other reconstructive surgeries on her lady bits area. There's a lot of scars, and her actual vagina is sort of off to the side and not centered down there. Her current butthole is also not like your normal one, no sphincter, but like a more opened hole that leads to her colon. It closes just not the same way ours does. It's the sexiest fucking thing. She's hands down the hottest chick I've ever been with, and all of her imperfections drive me absolutely crazy. The huge scar is so hot. We just had fun too, and I ate her not normal for the first time, and she stopped me because she was embarrassed. But let me continue because she loved it. She's the most beautiful woman I've ever been with, and the hottest chick I've been with. Even with all of these things she's battled with her whole life. I really think if there's a God, he made her just for me. Story 10. Her fluffy little tummy, the way she smiles, that dorky cute little laugh she does, her stretch marks, her C-section scar, her thighs, her everything. She's a goddess that I choose to worship. I just love her, bro. I'm her biggest fan. Story 11. Literally everything. I tell my woman that all the time. She's 50, has had 3 children. She's also lost a lot of weight in the last year. She complains about her excess skin on her stomach. But to me, she's the most beautiful person I've ever met, and I tell her that daily. Story 12. Stretch marks. Like Kendrick said, show me something natural like ass with some stretch marks. I don't know girls see them as ong. I'm so fat and ugly, but I see it as damn that ass got so fat it literally tore her epidermis. Story 13. Not sure if this is off topic, but when women post on Instagram, I think seeing stretch marks, cellulite, peach fuzz, or any type of body mark is super attractive. The realness of it is such a turn on, opposed to people who clearly put edits their pictures. Story 14. That natural no makeup look. The first time I saw my girl with no makeup, I was stunned. At first, I was like, what happened to your eyebrows? Because they were much lighter compared to her regular color. I thought she shaved them off, lol. I love that fresh look. Shows off her eyes more, and in the right light, skin can be glowing. Story 15. I'm almost 40. I've had my fair share of discussion with other guys and lesbian girls about our preferences in girls' appearance. Some love huge tits, some love small tits. Some love long hair, some love pixie cuts. Blondies and brunettes. Femmies and butches, blue or hazel eyes. Piercings, tattoos is a fetish to some and complete turn-off to others. I personally love scars, wrinkles, and other skin marks, which some people find off-putting. Tastes differ, except seemingly when it comes to freckles. I have never, ever, ever in my whole life even heard about a hetero male or a lesbian disliking freckles. Freckles are for some an insane turn-on. For some small part of people, they do nothing. But the guys and girls who actively dislike freckles on a girl seem to be almost non-existent. Story 16. For me, it's specifically baggy eyes and the decoloration around the eyes that happens when a girl is tired, or that some girls just happen to have. It's enthralling to me, undescribable. Story 17. My GF has a brown birthmark on her very white butt, and she hates it and often talks of wanting it removed. While I am very supportive of her doing whatever makes her happy, I can't help but tell her how sexy I think it is. And every chance I get, I kiss it or give it a little bite. There's something about that little spot that drives me wild.